Listen, I saw a great question. It's either yesterday or the day before. A great question where someone, I remember who it is, but I don't want to call anybody. But they asked, like, hey, I just started my business a couple weeks ago. I'm not getting the clients that I need. What should I do? Should I take insurance? And so I thought, you know what? I need to address this. I need to address this not in calling anybody out. I need to address this because other people are maybe going through the same thing. But other people are going to struggle with the same question. Like, hey, I'm not getting the clients. What do I need to do? And the question was brought up of, should I take insurance? I'm not getting the clients that I need. Should I take insurance? All right. Will Boyd, thank you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully this should be a good topic for people because a lot of people are struggling with not getting the number of clients that they need. And you know what? I've got a couple of things, a couple of angles where I want to take this. Number one, the question was asked, should I take insurance? Should I take insurance to be able to start to attract clients? I want to take that angle first, all right? Here are my thoughts, or here is my thought. If you want to take insurance at any point in your business, that's fine, take insurance. But here's what I challenge you. Here's what I challenge anyone. Don't take insurance for the purpose of trying to attract more clients. A couple of reasons. Number one, taking insurance is not going to ensure that your phone is going to start ringing off the hook. Taking insurance does not ensure that the floodgates are going to open. So if you want to take insurance, that's fine. That is fine. Take insurance, but take insurance for the right reasons. Do not take insurance as a safety net. Do not take insurance as a safety net. And here's what I mean by that. If you're struggling to get clients, here is my guess. Here's what's going on of why you're not getting the clients. First of all, you might be brand new in your business. It takes time. It takes time. In a couple of weeks, you're not going to be slammed. It takes time, number one. Number two, here's the thing. If you're not getting clients, you need to stop and you need to think about your foundations. You need to think about your foundations. Is your foundation solid? If it's not solid and you're trying to build a structure on top of it, it's going to be on shaky ground. Now, what do I mean by foundations? Well, number one, do you fully understand your why? Do you fully understand why you're doing this? And let me tell you something, okay? Your why is not, well, because I want to work with people the way that I want to work with people. That's not your why. That is your what. That is what you do. What is your why? What is your purpose? What is your mission? What is the reason that you're putting it all on the line to build your dreams? The reason that you're putting it all on the line to build your dreams is not so that you can work with people the way that you want to work with people. What is your why? And are you being selfish to your why? Are you being selfish to your why? That's very important, people. Very important. Next thing, your message. Is your message on point? Is it clear? Is it obvious who you help? Or is your message vague? Are you saying, hey, I help everybody with the spine. If you've got muscles, I work with you. That's not going to attract any attention. If you're saying, hey, I help people with back pain. I mean, I got back pain all the time. Back discomfort, whatnot. But I tell you what, I see something like, hey, do you have back pain? That doesn't inspire me to seek out help from you. Okay? So that's a step back from even message. Is it clear? Are you clear on who you help? Are you clear on who you help? So that your message is very clear and very precise and very on point. Because when your message is clear and on point, guess what? It portrays or it exudes confidence. It makes other people take notice of like, wow, something good's going on here. I want to go see what this is about. So first of all, are you clear in your foundations? Why? And what is your business about? What does it look like for someone to come into your world? If they've got a problem and they want to go to the promised land, what does it look like? What is your process that you take them through? Or do you just, I'll work with you and free willy-nilly it? People want to know that there's a process. They appreciate that. So do you have a process that you take them through? And do you know that process by heart? What it is that you do. Do you know what it is that you do by heart? And let me tell you something, people. Do not say, oh, people ask, what do you do? I'm a physical therapist. I'm a physical therapist. I own my own business. Because people aren't looking for physical therapy. Now, at some point in their lives, they might need physical therapy, and physical therapy can help them with a lot of things. But in that moment, they're not looking for physical therapy. All right? So what do you do? Who do you help? Are you clear about that? Are you clear on your message? Your marketing? What have you done to become famous? Very few people become famous overnight. Very few people become famous overnight. Now, we look at some people like going from obscurity to like the big cat daddy in a year, in the entertainment world. But no one becomes famous overnight. It takes time. So what are you doing to become famous? What are you doing to grow your famicity? You've got to grow your famicity first. You've got to attract an audience. Do you have an audience to listen to your message? Do you have an audience to listen to your message? Are you able to attract that audience? It's not enough just to let people know that you're out there. Do you have a system? Do you have something that makes people who they don't realize that they need your services or that they want your services, do you have something that makes them stop in their tracks and go, wait a second, what's happening over here? I want to check that out. That's attraction. If you're doing workshops, if you've done 5 workshops and you have gotten no leads, that's an attraction problem. If you're putting a post out there and you're asking people to call you and no one, crickets, that's an attraction problem. It's also a problem with your messaging and your content. Is your call to action very vague or not at all? And finally, you know what? Selling. Marketing and selling are 2 different things. Attraction and selling are 2 different things. Are you able to sell? Do you know your avatar well enough to ask them questions that get them to realize that they need to make the decision that they are already wanting to make because they called you? They called you, so they're wanting to make the decision to get some help. Have you been able to ask them the questions that make them say, hey, this guy has got the solution for me? Now, with all that being said, I'm going to go back to the insurance question. First of all, if you're watching, if that makes sense, I want you to comment below. I want you to comment below foundations, if that makes sense. That you need to be strong in your foundations first. You need to be strong in what you're about. You need to be strong in knowing what your business is about. You need to be strong in what your message is about and who you're targeting. And before you know any of that and you're strong in that, you can't expect to go out and attract people if you don't even know what the heck you're about. All right? I don't know, Beyonce. Beyonce doesn't go out there and attract her audience and then show up at the arena, an hour before showtime and go, oh crap, I guess I better write some songs. No, she doesn't do that. She knows the songs. She knows what she's about. So do you know what you're about before you even start to market and start to attract people? So I'm going to go back to, should I take insurance? And why you should not take insurance for this purpose. Now, some people, it makes sense to take insurance, and that's okay. But don't take insurance for the purpose of trying to get more clients. Because here's the other thing. I already said that insurance will not ensure that your phone starts ringing off the hook and the floodgates open, okay? Taking insurance does not ensure that the floodgates open. Hello, Summer. How you doing? And Janet C., I saw you up there too. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it on this Thursday afternoon. Taking insurance does not ensure that the floodgates open. Taking insurance, if you're doing it for the purpose of trying to attract more clients, taking insurance becomes a safety net, number one, that will prevent you from becoming a better marketer, prevent you from becoming a better attractor, prevent you from becoming a better seller. And it may even affect potentially your fulfillment and your serving of the clients. If you decide to take insurance for the purpose of it being a safety net, it will actually prevent you from becoming a better business person. And when you become a better business person, well, we know what happens there. The business takes off. So many of us are actually afraid to become a better business person because we've never had to be a business person. They didn't teach us how to be a business person in school. They just taught us how to be a worker bee, how to crank out 35 people a day so that they would go back to the doc and say, wow, they got me better so fast, so that he would send more people. But, oh, by the way, metrics are involved, so you better not discharge them too soon, because we really need those people to be here longer, because that's what the metrics require. Does that sound familiar? If you take insurance for the purpose of trying to attract more clients, it's actually going to hinder you from becoming a better business person. Now, I'm not saying don't take insurance, and I'm not saying that insurance is a bad thing to do. I'm just saying if that is why you're taking insurance. That's all. All right? Don't take insurance for the purpose of trying to fill up your schedule. It will actually hinder your progress in becoming a better business person. All right? Own your own business and your butt is on the line. When your back is against the wall, you learn so much more and you become better. You become a better business person. And you know what? That's why you going into business. Also, you know that. That's why you go into business for yourself to begin with. That's why you're doing the ergonomics, because you want to be the person. You want to be famous in that. You're not going into business for yourself to have a safety net. You're going into business for yourself to risk it all and to grow your dreams and to reap the rewards of it. If you're struggling with clients, take a step back and see, how are you in your foundations? How are you in your foundations? All right. I got off a call today with a student, and I'm not going to name this person because I'm going to call him out, and it's okay. But got off a call with a student. Actually, on a call with a student today, and this person was struggling with how to organize or construct a couple of different programs, how they should look. And I said, well, let me ask you this: if someone were to work with you one-on-one, what would the price of that session be? And this person's response was, so the problem there wasn't that they couldn't figure out how to construct the programs to offer. The problem was that foundations weren't solid. They needed to know what they were worth first before they could think about making an offer. So if you're struggling with getting clients, think back. Do you know why you're doing this? Why are you doing this? Who are you targeting? What is your message? Is your message on point, or is it vague? Are you being vague with a call to action? Have you worked to make yourself become famous? And remember, famosity doesn't occur overnight. Famosity doesn't occur overnight. The marketing, that's famosity. And how are you attracting people? Is there an attractor there that makes people stop and go, oh, hey, what's this about? I want to check this out. And then the selling. Are you able to convert those people? Do you know your avatar well enough to be able to go into a deep dive with them, to ask them the questions that make them see, that help them to see that, hey, this person, not only do they obviously care about me, but they get me. They get me. I trust this person. I trust that they can take me from problem to promised land. Do you have those things in place? If you don't have those things in place, then I promise you, you're going to struggle with getting clients. So those are my suggestions. I hope they help. All right.